What up, everybody? This is Mark from Suicide Silence.
And this is Brian Fair from Shadows Fall.
This is Trevor Sternad from the Black Dahlia Murder here.
Yo, this is Gary Hall from Exodus and recently retired from Slayer. And
Hello, this is Becky Boulder from Hamburg Rebel and Fury.
Hey, this is Charlie with Anthrax. I just want to give a shout out to Pedal to the Metal Radio, the podcast.
The podcast to get all your rock and metal news plus reviews.
Keep it metal. Pedal to the Metal Radio, motherfuckers!
What's up, everybody? It's your man here, Eddie Monster, and I've got another special edition of Pedal to the Metal's Rock and Metal News Bite-Size Edition, and we've got quite the story for you guys because, I mean, I get the political climate going on in America, but somebody in the rock and metal world has been getting some backlash as of late, maybe some undeserved backlash, because after all, there's nothing wrong with showing pride in where you come from. And if you don't know who I'm talking about that guy. His name is Alex the Terrible. He's the lead singer of Slaughter to Prevail. If you didn't know, he's Russian. I've seen him. I don't know if he wrestles bears, but he definitely participates in bare knuckle boxing, that official thing that Conor McGregor has. So this dude is just pretty much an absolute badass. And if you're wondering what I'm talking about, recently this past weekend at the 30th anniversary edition of the Warped Tour at RFK Stadium, I think that's what you call it still, maybe, I don't know. But it was in Washington, D.C., and let's check out the video because apparently he came out waving a Russian flag. So yeah, he took some flack for that, and I think it's undeservedly so. But he released a statement, and here's what he had to say in his statements. Over the years of being in the spotlight, I've come to clearly understand just how selfish people can be. No matter what you do, it's never enough for them. If you don't do what people expect or want from you, you're bad. If you do, it's still not enough. You need to do more. If you do something but it goes against their opinion, you've become the enemy. You should be canceled, thrown in jail, even killed. People start saying things about you that you never said or did. They wish you harm. And then in the same breath, they talk about freedom of speech and democracy. It's all double standards and hypocrisy. That is not anything new in this country, people. And he would go on to say, especially like the type of people who are for everything good and against everything bad. I consider them to be some kind of genius saints burdened with holy morality and the right to decide for everyone how they should live and who they should be. With the rise of the internet, you see just how many of these people there actually are. And you're starting to understand why the world is the way it is. Again, I don't press Alex's. I'm not going to bust his balls about waving a Russian flag because, I mean, after all, I mean, there's fighting going on right now in Los Angeles where people are pissed because people are waving Mexican flags or whatever. And I've always never understood why it was such a bad thing to show pride in where you came from. And Alex has even spoken out. I mean, if it's a problem about, you know, the current situation between Russia and the Ukraine, Alex has spoken out against the war back in 2022 and even says that he's a man of peace. And the dude lives in Florida. You can't get any more American than living in Florida, I guess. I don't know. That's what I hear. Don't take my word for it. Just ask the Florida man. Nonetheless, people need to stop worrying about what Alex the Terrible is doing. They need to stop worrying about their own lives and what's going on in their own neighborhoods and what's going on. And what really matters is what people should be worrying about. And that is that everybody has the freedom to be who they want, to come to this country, to make something great of yourself. He's trying to spread love and take pride in the fact that he's a Russian man which there's nothing wrong with being proud to be Russian, just like there's nothing wrong to be proud to be Mexican or proud to be Italian or proud to be Israeli or proud to be this or that or wherever you may come from. There's nothing wrong with it. You heard it here. And apparently, and here's one thing. Before I even close this out, when did we become a club in the metal world where we don't welcome bands from other nations, right? We love metal no matter where it comes from. I mean, I'm into bands from Norway, Sweden. I remember, I don't know where exactly. I think it was Thailand. There was a black metal band from Thailand, which I thought was pretty fucking cool. Or was it the Philippines? It was somewhere. Hopefully you guys can correct me out there. I don't know. But there's metal from Australia. There's metal from Japan that I love. You know what I mean? There's metal from Brazil, like Sepultura and so many other, Nervosa, so many other bands. You know what I mean? So when did we become so close-minded in the metal world that we don't accept bands from other nations? I mean, wake up. Stop being keyboard warriors and getting all pissed and all huffy-puffy, because somebody waved a Russian flag. Big deal. It was in D.C. You know how many flags there are hanging around in D.C. at the United Nations or whatever the hell the building? There's tons of flags. I mean, even in New York there is. So, go throw a fucking hissy fit out there. So, stay metal, everybody.